Welcome to today's episode where we are diving into one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation, your beliefs. If you've been trying to change something in your life, whether it's a habit, a mindset, or your entire reality, but still feel stuck, then this episode is for you. We will explore how your beliefs shape your life and why they might be the reason you are struggling to make lasting changes. Your subconscious mind holds the key, and once you unlock it, you can change anything. I will share why beliefs are so powerful and practical steps to identify and change the limiting ones holding you back. If you're ready to break free from old patterns and create the life you've always wanted, then stay tuned. Let's get started. If you have something in your life that you wanted to change for a long time and have just not been able to do it, then you want to find out what I'm sharing with you today about beliefs. And if you feel stuck and have just no clue how to change your current situation or circumstances, then the knowledge from this video can set you finally free. Or like me, if you have just discovered an area in your life where you do want to change your subconscious beliefs, but you just don't know how to do it, you are in the right place. Everything starts with your beliefs. They influence the life we are living every second of the day. But it's not like we are told this at school, right? It would be great if we would have been told this already as children and learned about it. But hey, we are where we are. Let's not dwell on that. The important bit is that we are ready to become aware now so we can leverage this knowledge to change whatever we want to change. Even if you were already aware that beliefs are the foundation for the reality that you're experiencing, that doesn't mean that you know how to change them to create a different reality. I mean, I have knowledge of all of this now for years, and still I come across areas in my life where I find it really hard to change certain beliefs so my reality can actually shift. And that's why I love talking about this with you. I have created so many episodes about this topic before, but that doesn't mean that it has already fully landed with you. Change management studies show that we have to listen to a message 7 to 10 times before we actually get it. And to truly integrate something into your life and make it an automated program, we'll need even more repetition than that. It's the same as going to the gym. You don't expect to have already an amazing six-pack after having gone to the gym 3, 4, 5 times and then you stop it. The same principles apply here. It's a new skill to learn and for you to truly embody. And for that, you need to study it and you need to repeat the information and the process. But once you apply this knowledge and the tools and you witness the first changes happening in your life, you never want to go back. Why would you? You have finally learned how to change anything and everything in your life with a lot less effort than you've ever done before. So why would you suddenly want to go back and being stuck and struggling? You wouldn't, right? Exactly. So before we dive into how to change your belief, let's take a step back and start to understand what beliefs actually are. A belief is just a thought that you keep having. It's nothing more than a thought that you had so many times and so intensely that it became a belief. And all of your beliefs are stored in your subconscious mind for you to use as a foundation for your personality, your identity, and ultimately everything in your life. Let's have a look at some beliefs that are out there. So we have this category of neutral beliefs. They are not really that helpful, but they're not harming or unhelpful either. They're just very neutral. Something like the earth is round and it rotates around the sun, not the other way around. That's the neutral belief. Or I need oxygen to breathe and stay alive. Or 2 + 2 = 4. These are neutral beliefs that all of us have. And then we have the category of helpful beliefs. There are beliefs like, when I meditate in the morning, I feel better and have a better day. That's a very helpful belief. The more I move my body, the stronger it gets. Again, helpful belief. Or I have great friends in my life. Another helpful belief. And then we have, of course, the category of unhelpful beliefs like, I don't think I can stand up in front of people and talk to them. Or I'm not good enough to get this new job. Or trust must be earned. I cannot just give it to people. These are all unhelpful beliefs. All of these are kind of thoughts that either you had so many times or you heard them so many times that a belief around them was created and stored in your subconscious mind. And now let me share with you how these beliefs actually run our lives. All of these beliefs that you have stored in your subconscious mind make up the grounds on which your life is built on. And how does that work? All of these beliefs that you have collected throughout your whole life, they are stored in the memory bank of your subconscious mind. And everything you have as well experienced is stored there too, along with your perceptions, your attitudes, and all the emotional reactions you ever had about something. And that creates a set of data for the filtering system in your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS. I explained the RAS to you in episode 161 not that long ago, so check that one out if you want to know more. But in a nutshell, the RAS is a filtering system for all of the bits of information that we receive through all of our senses every single second. And the RAS helps it to bring it down from 2.3 million bits of information per second to 128 bits per second. And how these filters are set is based on what is stored in your subconscious mind. It allows you to perceive a small part of reality, but through the lens of only what you believe. Only what is in alignment with your beliefs gets let through the filtering system. Everything else does not get into your awareness or your consciousness. You can see now how it restricts you from experiencing just a certain reality that is molded to your beliefs and is not really a reflection of the actual reality. And that's why we all experience reality so differently from each other. So the RAS uses our beliefs as the settings for the filtering system. Depending then on the information that comes to your awareness through the RAS, you will then decide on how to act and how to behave next. However, your behaviors and your actions are only going to be a reaction to the restricted amount of information that is brought to your awareness. This means if you have certain beliefs, you are going to act and behave in a certain way, and your actions and behaviors result in a particular experience in your life, and those experiences have certain emotions as a result. And all of this creates a never-ending loop of the same beliefs, allowing the same information to come into your awareness, which makes you behave and act in the same way, which creates the same experiences and the same feelings. And the same feelings allow the same beliefs to become an even stronger program in your subconscious mind. And then people ask themselves why change is so hard. Now you know. If you feel stuck, it's because you're stuck in the loop of creating over and over and over the same reality that you don't even want anymore. If you have failed so far to change something in your life, then you know now why. Because you have not changed in the place where you actually have to change, in your belief system of your subconscious mind. Changing something in your actions or your behaviors or in your experiences is only treating the symptom. I had the best example of this for a very long time in my life. I changed jobs and companies so many times because I never found myself fulfilled. It didn't matter where I went or where I worked. In the end, I always ended up in the same place of feeling bored, undervalued, and unfulfilled. I treated the symptom by changing jobs and thought that would fix it, but it never did. I recreated the same situation wherever I worked because I never changed my belief system. I never made the changes where it truly matters. In my example, the beliefs in my subconscious mind were I get quickly bored with my job as I like to do new things. So if I have to repeat tasks in my job, I get bored. Or I am just not valued enough by my boss or my colleagues. Or if I put my job and my career as my priority number one in my life, which I did back then, it should better make me feel fulfilled. But it just never does. You see, these were the kind of beliefs stored in my subconscious mind that did not allow me to have a different kind of experience. Can you see that it doesn't matter if I change my job, my company, my location, I will always create the same situation that I'm bored in my job, that I feel undervalued and unfulfilled. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But until you don't know how this all works and that it actually happens, you just do what you can, right? You make the changes which are just the symptoms, which in my case was changing jobs and companies every 1.5 to 2 years to experience a different outcome, which obviously never happened. And here is the tricky thing with the beliefs that are subconsciously programmed and influence your RAS. I was easily in quite a few jobs where I had a lot of variety, where I was valued and could have been fulfilled. But my beliefs and therefore my RAS did not allow me to even see it. Just imagine another person is looking at my job, the company that I worked for, and what I did every single day. They would see the opportunities for variety in my job. They would see how my boss and my colleagues showed their appreciation for me and how they would feel actually really fulfilled if they would be doing my job. But if this person would walk over to me and tell me all that, I would not believe it. I would start to make excuses why that might look from their perspective, but why it doesn't apply to me. My beliefs would not allow me to see something else than what my RAS shows me every single day. It's a vicious cycle that is nearly impossible to exit unless you learn how. I hope you get the message that I'm trying to give you in this episode. It has nothing to do with the actual reality, but everything to do with your beliefs and the lens that it creates. Reality is actually very neutral. It has only the meaning that we give it. And the meaning we give to everything is restricted to the set of beliefs that are programmed in our operating system, aka your subconscious mind. So now that you know how beliefs are being created and how they literally create the life you experience, let's understand how to change them. That is the only change that truly matters and will make a lasting difference for you in your life. The first step is to find these beliefs that are holding us back and keeping us stuck in the loop of believing, behaving, becoming. We can't change our subconscious programming if we don't know what needs changing, right? So how can you find those right beliefs that need changing for you to be able to create a new reality? What works usually well for me is to sit myself down with a piece of paper and pen and write down all of the thoughts that come to me on a certain topic. If you want to change your belief system around, let's say, money, write down all the thoughts you can think about money. Ask yourself as well what your parents said about money when you grew up, or at school, or on TV, the programs that you watch. You will hopefully come up with the beliefs that are not aligned to the future that you desire. If you want to be, for example, a wealthy person, but you have the belief that people with money are evil, because that's what your granddad told you when you were a kid, this belief has to be changed, clearly, right? Another way to find out these beliefs is to ask yourself directly what kind of beliefs and thoughts you have that are holding you back from experiencing a different reality. Let's say you are looking for a new partner and nothing has been happening for years. Try to find the thought that is keeping you from finding a new partner. Ask yourself what kind of beliefs you have that actually don't allow you to find a new partner. Look at what you're currently experiencing and trying to find the limiting beliefs connected to what you don't have. Or look at what you actually want to experience and try to find the limiting beliefs that hinder you from experiencing it. There is maybe even something that you're getting out of not finding that new partner that you think that you actually want. You probably still want it, but something else in your belief system thinks it's actually better for you not to find that new partner. So you want to really question yourself and your subconscious mind to dig deep and find those beliefs. They are there, and your subconscious mind will show them to you when you ask for it. Once you find a limiting belief that is not aligned with your dream or desire, write down what a better belief would be, a helpful belief that you want to replace a limiting belief with. The version of you that is already living your dream life, what do they believe given that they have reached their goal? Write down as many new beliefs that you can think of that is supporting your dream and your desire. It's much easier to deprogram a belief when you replace it with a new one. Your mind has something to focus on instead of just avoiding thinking about the old thought that you want to deinstall from your subconscious mind. So make sure that the new beliefs ring true as well for you. If they are too far outside of your zone of believability, your subconscious mind won't accept them. If a new belief feels too far away or unrealistic, you can use certain phrases to build a bridge between the actual belief that you want to believe and your subconscious mind. For example, I'm now in the process of believing that my $1 million home is on its way to me. Or I am choosing to believe that I will soon get promoted to my dream job and have a great salary. Or I am open to meeting my new partner who makes me feel supported and has an amazing humor. Now you are ready to reprogram your subconscious mind with the new beliefs and deprogram the old beliefs. There are different tools that you can use for it. My preferred one is meditation. Through meditation, you are able to move past the analytical mind and open the doors to your subconscious mind. You want to get there to be able to create new programs, new beliefs, new thoughts most effectively and quickly. And to guide you in the best possible way, I created a guided meditation to install new beliefs in your subconscious mind. We said it before, repetition is key. Just imagine how many times you will have had that old thought, that old belief, for it to become a programmed belief in your subconscious mind. It will take your intention and your attention to deinstall the old beliefs and create new synaptic connections in your brain for your new beliefs. That's why the meditation is for you to create a daily practice of being the new you that is then experiencing a new reality. You can find the meditation on my YouTube channel. Search for Change Your Belief Meditation by Linda Lange or just click on the link in the video description. This is your invitation to create a new reality and a new life. Will you say yes? I hope so. And with that, I love you and wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Talk soon and bye-bye.